Hello and welcome to the channel. Majority knows the country called Canada, the second largest country in the world by area, is celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes, multicultural society, and warm-hearted citizens. While many are familiar with its iconic symbols such as the maple leaf, hockey, and poutine, Canada is also home to a fascinating array of unique, lesser-known facts that paint a deeper picture of the country's history, culture, and geography. This episode will explore some surprising facts about Canada, providing a journey through the quirks and characteristics that make the nation distinct. 1. Santa Claus is a Canadian citizen. Canada has claimed Santa Claus as an honorary citizen, and each year the Canadian Postal Service runs a program where children can send letters to Santa Claus, North Pole, H0H0H0, Canada, and receive a response. This tradition has become a beloved part of Canadian culture, bringing joy to children and creating a magical connection to Canada's northern identity. 2. Canadians apologize so much that there's a law for it. The Apology Act in Ontario states that an apology in court does not mean an admission of guilt. Canadians' tendency to apologize is so well known that they legally protect it. This unique piece of legislation, enacted in Ontario, specifies that an apology in a legal context does not constitute an admission of guilt. This law captures the essence of Canadian culture, where kindness and consideration are valued attributes woven into the fabric of society. 3. Canada's national parks are larger than many countries. Wood Buffalo National Park, the largest national park in Canada, is bigger than countries like Denmark, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, covering an area of 44,807 square kilometers. 4. Canada invented the game of basketball. Yeah, you heard it right. Though basketball is commonly associated with the United States, the sport was actually invented by a Canadian. Dr. James Naismith, born in Almonte, Ontario, created the game of basketball in 1891 while working as a physical education instructor in Springfield, Massachusetts. Naismith developed the game as a way to keep his students active indoors during the winter months, using a soccer ball and 2 peach baskets as the first hoops. Imagine we such amazing teachers in our schools. 5. The only walled city in North America. In the province of Quebec lies the city of Quebec City, the only fortified city with intact walls in North America, north of Mexico. The walls, built by both French and British forces in the 17th and 18th centuries, stretch for nearly 4.6 kilometers around Old Quebec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city's fortifications reflect Canada's colonial history and are a reminder of the early European conflicts over territory in North America. Today, the walls stand as an important cultural landmark and draw millions of tourists each year, giving visitors a glimpse into Canada's rich history. 6. An island within a lake on an island in a lake on an island. Canada has an island within a lake, on an island in a lake on an island. Canada holds the record for the largest island within a lake on an island in a lake on an island, located on Victoria Island, a fascinating geographic quirk. 7. Canada's love for craft dinner. Canadians consume more mac and cheese than any other country. Known as Kraft Dinner, or simply KD, macaroni and cheese is beloved by Canadians, who consume it more than any other nation worldwide. 8. The Canadian North and the polar bear capital of the world. There's a polar bear jail in Churchill, Manitoba. The town of Churchill is known as the polar bear capital of the world. To handle bears that wander into town, Churchill has a polar bear jail, where bears are kept until they can be safely relocated. 9. The Strategic Maple Syrup Reserve. Canada has a reserve of maple syrup for emergencies. To protect against shortages, Canada has a strategic reserve of maple syrup. This global strategic maple syrup reserve can hold up to 60 million pounds of syrup. 10. Canada's coastline, the longest in the world. Canada has the longest coastline in the world, stretching over 202,080 kilometers. Canada's coastline is the longest of any country on Earth, bordering 3 oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic. These little-known aspects contribute to Canada's charm and underscore its significance on the global stage. By exploring these facts, we gain a deeper appreciation for Canada's contributions to the world, as well as its distinct place within it. Through its land, people, and traditions, Canada continues to be a country of endless discovery. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Just smash the subscribe button so you can get updates about new interesting topics.